Let us move on. Contact us follow-up. So we have this form. Every website has this form. It's on the contact us page. Collects name, collects a question, and it contains like the question content. That gets sent to somebody. That person replies, and that's it. Right. That's typically the customer journey that's associated with the contact us page. There's no system for automatically following up with that lead or with that person that asked that question. And there's also different types of questions that are submitted through the contact us page. There's questions from already people who are customers or people who are already customers. There's questions from potential customers. There's questions from people who are not interested in becoming customers, but want to get in touch with you for a different reason. And so what we need is we need a system to filter out people who are potential customers from people who are not potential customers, and then follow up with those people respectively. And fortunately, Groundhogg has a way to do that if you set up your contact us page the way that I'm going to do it right now. So let's go ahead and we'll just mark this funnel as active just for the brevity of it. There we go. Keep track of which ones we've done. Contact us follow up. So again, what I'll do is I'll just quickly go through the funnel, explain what's happening, and then we'll make the tweaks that are necessary for this particular system. So we have our contact us form. And I'm going to open up the preview. So there's a couple things that are different from your typical contact us form that we have in this one. So number one, first name, last name, email, that's all the same. But unlike other forms, we have this question. What kind of question do you have? You have a general question, you have a support question, you have a pre-sales question, alarm bells, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or you have a billing question. And these sort of categories might be different depending on your business niche or your type of organization, or whether you're a nonprofit or you're selling courses or something. But these are typically some fairly generic topics that are universally applicable. And then we have the question. And then this is the stuff that's important for them actually being able to turn them into a lead. I agree to storage and processing my personal information, and I agree to receive marketing offers and updates from Essential Funnels. So this is important, or you have to have this if you are beholden to GDPR and data processing regulations, because if you're going to send marketing, then they have to consent to marketing. So if you're in the European Union or you're in Canada, you should add these GDPR fields to that form. But if you're in the United States, you don't actually have to add these fields and you can remove them. So let's go ahead and close that. And then we have it set up so that they stay on the page when they submit that form. And then we say, thanks for your message. A team member will respond to you shortly. And then this is the form in our short code. We have for CAPTCHA on it. I'm going to remove that just because we don't have reCAPTCHA set up on this website. And let's just make sure that everything's good to go. All right. So that is our form. And then we have our admin notification. Now, this is what's going to actually like send the email to whoever has to reply to it. So we have the reply to set to the email address of the contact. So if I go ahead and reply to this email address, then it gets sent back to them. I actually have it set up to go directly to our support queue, but you might want to set this to something like the owner email if you are applying like a contact owner. So owner email like that. And then even here, what we could do is we could do a apply owner. And then you can add multiple owners here, and I'll do like a round robin. And then that gets sent to the owner email. And then from can be whatever, just whatever authenticated email address you have on your site to send email, and then reply to. And then for the subject, we just have a new message from the person's name, and then the question type we have there. So we know what kind of question it is. So maybe if you're sending it to like a global inbox, and the question type is going to help associate to the correct person. And then we just put in the message. That's fairly straightforward as admin notifications go. And then we have wait 5 minutes, and then we send something called our pre-sales follow-up. Now, as I was mentioning, not everybody that submits the contact form is going to be someone who's necessarily going to make a good lead. So the reason that we asked that question about what kind of question do you have, just coming back here, this is to filter out people who would possibly make a good lead and people who definitely don't make a good lead. So in the event that someone does make a good lead because they submitted the pre-sales or they selected pre-sales in that form, we can then send them an email after they submit that pre-sales question. And that email might look something like this. So hi, first, just letting you know we received a question. While you wait for our response, we have a few suggestions for you to go do. Because if they have a pre-sales questions, chances are they're spending some time on the website and they're looking for something specific. And now is their opportunity to just give them a direct link. So if you're like away or, the first person to answer a question is generally the one who gets the business, especially if someone's like going around and getting quotes for maybe like home renovations or something. So what you're going to do is you're going to send them to various different places where typically you might have like answers to your most frequently answered questions. And then we're going to give them an alternative. If your question is urgent, you can give us a call at whatever phone number that you have to speed up the process. If you want, you can add yourself to our mailing list by confirming your email address, and we have the confirmation link embedded in there. And that's all hunky-dory. This is incredibly effective. This gets like a 33% click-through rate from people who submit the contact us form through pre-sales. So definitely highly recommend. Obviously, you want to tailor these to your actual business niche. So I am going to just delete these and make them a little bit more generic. Join our Facebook group, or if you have a community, join our community. I'll put /community there. Visit our YouTube channel if you have a YouTube channel. And final suggestion, see our frequently asked questions. And I don't have any of these pages set up, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the hashtag there so that you know to edit these funnels or edit these links when you're implementing this for yourself. Mark that as ready. And our subject line here is while you wait, because they're waiting for some sort of response. And then this gives them something to do. So when they're engaged with your business, so when you do get back to them, they're not going to forget why they reached out to you in the first place, because their brain is consistently engaged with you in some fashion. So let's go ahead and update that. And then below that, after we've written that, now we need to basically say, well, we only want to send this email to people who submitted pre-sales in the contact us form. And that's why we have conditional logic enabled. So conditional logic is available as part of our pro plan. And it allows you to filter out steps that people can complete within a funnel depending on their criteria. So for this particular step, I have meta set to the question type because we saved the question type from the contact us form to the context custom fields. And then we're saying if that question or if their custom field question type is equal to pre-sales from the last time they submitted the contact us form, then we're going to send this step, or we're going to send them this email. Otherwise, we're just going to skip to the next step, which is just a delay timer, which they can do. And then we have another follow-up email where we are basically doing the exact same thing. We're filtering out that so they should not complete it in the event that their question type was pre-sales. Let's edit this email. And it's more of the same, basically just continuing the conversation. And we're saying, how else can we help you? So by this point, you probably should have already answered their question. Hopefully, it's been 3 days at this point. So now that they've had that answer to that question, what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, how else can we support you? Or how else can we direct your call? So we just wanted to follow up with your pre-sales billing or whatever question that they had. Are there any other ways that we can support you? If you're ready to get started and launch your funnel, because again, we're assuming this person's not a customer because they selected pre-sales, here are some next steps. Or I'm going to change this to be more like course oriented. So if you're ready to get started and enroll in our course, here are some next steps. Choose the course you need to move forward, and then we'll link that. Just going to use the hashtag join. I'm going to use join the community again. Like so. And then we can even be sneaky and we can say use discount I found 15 off or 15% off registration. Like so. And then a nice little sign off, your signature. We'll go ahead and mark that as ready and update. So what happens next is at the end of our funnel, we have our conversion benchmark. So basically, there's no point in sending these pre-sales follow-up emails in the event that they actually just go ahead and buy something, right? So at the end of our funnel, I have the LearnDash course enrolled benchmark. So this will trigger if they go enroll in that course. Maybe they went and enrolled as soon as I actually responded to their email, in which case we don't need to send these ones. And we can also go ahead to our reports later and we can actually see that our contact us converts pre-sales people at a rate of like 10, 15, 30% or something like that. In the event that they don't purchase, what we're going to do is if whoever submitted that contact us form isn't either a student or a subscriber, meaning that they haven't enrolled in anything, we're going to add them to our long-term nurture. We're going to add them to our long-term nurture funnel so that we can continue to follow up with them over a period of weeks, if not months, in an attempt to essentially rekindle the conversation, the ongoing conversation that we have with this person. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our contact us form and let's go ahead and go to our contact page. And I'm going to remove that and let's go ahead and add our form here. Like so. And there we go. So first name, last name, email, what kind of question do you have, the question, and our GDPR checkboxes. And then once they get in touch, let's just go ahead and test it. I have a pre-sales question. Get in touch. Oh, I have to go ahead and actually make the funnel active. There we go. There we go. Thank you for your message. A team member will respond to you shortly. And it's that easy. So now our contact us form not only helps us get in touch with our people, the people who need to get in touch with us, our potential customers, but now there's also a follow-up system so that people who do make good leads actually get into the correct pre-sales processes so that we can continue to convert them or attempt to convert them in the event that they don't immediately sign up. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Every day is Groundhog Day. I did copy bits of this presentation from the Groundhog Day presentation, which is why it looks like that. If you're new to the Groundhog community and you are not yet part of all of the different ways that you can communicate with us, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and all of those links for the ways that you can follow us are posted there. I highly recommend that you do that. And if you're interested in being part of my own personal community, then my information is also available. So we have our corporate and my personal information. For those of you who are new to Groundhogg, I did promise an incentive for those of you who stuck around to the end. So here's that incentive. For the first year of Groundhogg, you do purchase to, or if you decide to move forward with Groundhogg because you like what you saw today, what you can do is you can use the code I found 15 off, which I mentioned a lot today, and I've been seeding that basically the whole time. So I found 15 off, and I'm posting that code in the chat. It gives you 15% off the first year of any of our premium subscriptions, Basic, Plus, Pro, or Agency. That's a no questions asked discount. Go ahead and you can apply that at checkout. We'll be very happy to work with you. For those of you who are still around, sticking around, you obviously probably want all of the links for all of these funnels. So what I'm going to do is post these in the chat now.